really need him.
Yeah.
I don't know where they sit with list spots as well. We move to the other expansion club. It starts with a G, and that is the GWS Giants, who had a curious night. When I say curious, I just mean once again trading second rounders like they're nothing and moving up, because they actually moved up one spot to get ahead of Hawthorn, if I'm remembering correctly. And they selected Oscar Taylor, a player who I think is a great fit for them, before at pick 51 getting Finnegan Davis and a very young, talented Jake Stringer at pick 59. And then committed to Connor Stone as a redraft and Riley Hamilton as a Cat B.
That's right. Yeah, Hamilton in their academy. It's an interesting draft. Very GWS-y, isn't it, really? Even though this year they didn't pull any major surprises, I still remember back to Angove being a massive surprise last year.
Yeah. I thought also kind of when, Goldard was another big one, but
Yep.
Hannaford probably around the range. Harrison Oliver, I felt like was quite early.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd been... I don't know. It's hard with those guys because I watched a lot of the Sandringham Dragons last year.
Yeah.
So he felt like maybe more in the front of my mind,
Sure.
Oliver. But I thought he'd go top 30, and I think it was 20, maybe 24.
Yeah,
So
something like that, I
maybe
reckon.
slightly early, but no, it's a decent point. Very much GWS in the sense that these guys are all highly athletic. Oscar Taylor, 2.8 second, 20 meter sprint.
That's crazy.
Finnegan Davis is an athlete. He comes from a decathlon background, I think. I think he was a high jumper specifically. So he can jump, he can run, and he can find the football. And I think as GWS do, most likely we won't see a lot of these guys straight away. They'll play some VFL football, they'll get some development, and then they'll come in, and we'll be surprised when they do actually hit the AFL because we'll have forgotten about them. They'll come back and they'll do really well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think Oscar Taylor plays round one.
Maybe. Who does he get in for though?
Well, you'd have to consider who plays like Oscar Taylor in that team already. Off
Lockie
halfback.
Ash.
Lockie Ash, yeah.
Lockie
Yeah,
Whitfield.
that's true. But I mean, Oscar Taylor probably has a lot more
Pace.
line breaking speed than a Whitfield. Whitfield's a bit more of that distributor type.
More an enduro bunny.
Yeah. I think he's distinctly different to those guys. Look, okay, maybe it's different to say he will play round one. I think he could play round one and improve them. Similar to like when you're talking about players with this kind of trait, like they can play from round one if they're in a team that accommodates their skill set, right? So Patterson and Taylor.
Particularly that role.
Yeah.
That's probably the most young, friendly role in the AFL.
Yeah, exactly.
To glide across halfback.
Exactly.
I suppose the question is, with Oliver, getting him last year, who gets the spot? If there's a new guy coming in, who gets it? Oliver or Taylor?
I wouldn't have thought they're competing for the same spot.
No?
No?
Similar?
I was thinking Clayton Oliver. Were you talking about Harrison?
Harrison.
Sorry, yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot they have two Olivers here.
Yeah, just the
I'm
guy
with
that they
you,
drafted last year in the first round.
I was bemused, but I was like, Clayton Oliver versus Oscar Taylor. Okay, I'll give it
They're
some
the
air
same.
time. I'll
They're
give
the
it.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
sorry.
be respectful.
Harrison Oliver.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, how would you distinguish them? I think Taylor, from my knowledge, which is not as good as yours, Taylor's more the line breaker and the meters gained player. Harrison Oliver's is skillful, but not more of a ball user there. Is that... Am I thinking of that right?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely the same role.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oscar
Yeah.
Taylor, more meters gained, more line breaking. And I'd say like Oliver, a little bit more sort of leadership, combativeness, and ability
Defensive?
to lock down.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, okay.
The defensive ability, where Taylor's a bit more freewheeling.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, Goldard, we haven't seen much of. James Leake took it until his second year. Like, GWS tend to let these guys bed down their...
Yeah. They're a real interesting one
Second spot.
overall, what their team's going to look like, I reckon, in 2026. I think they could have a lot of changes.
Got a couple of comments from Pommy and Oz. Thank you for being here.
Pommy.
GWS have a type. They're like your mate who dates the same person with slightly different hairstyle. you love an analogy, as do I.
Yeah.
As do I. No Kelly, so you'd imagine they shift Whitfield full-time up the ground and Oscar would be in the mix. That's a fair point, although, I mean, Oliver comes in as well. Can Whitfield play as that midfielder anymore? Is he a little
I
bit...
assume he means like when he says further up the ground, I assume wing.
Yeah,
'Cause-
he had a great season as a forward, didn't he, Whitfield? Or am I tripping?
He might have.
I feel like a few years ago, he sort of made that half-forward role really sexy.
He could do it with the running ability.
Yeah.
He can get up the ground, but I do sort of like him just carrying the ball up the ground. You know, he's just that link in the chain. You can just
Yes.
continue to use him in chains.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting. What's their forward like going to look at like too?
Well, they've got Daniels. They've I'm thinking Smalls first. Oh,
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
Hogan and Cadman.
Is Daniels going
going
to be fit?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. Maybe the chat can help us out with the fitness point of view.
Darcy Jones is out.
Yeah, Darcy Jones is out. They did draft Hannaford. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they pick Hannaford over Whitfield, but a player that I really like. Goddard still probably needs to work his way into that team. What other small forwards have they drafted?
They have Harvey Thomas.
Harvey Thomas, yeah.
You mentioned Goddard.
Green will be in that forward line.
Green will be in that forward line too. And
if not a true small forward.
Angove is another option off the wing as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd love to see Hannaford play next year.
I love Hannaford.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really took a shiny to him right before the draft last year.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Just someone that you absolutely love watching play. Should we go to Hawthorn?
Let's do it.
Hawthorn?
They kind of just sat back in this draft and